You're such an asshole.
Hello, children, eh? We have a request from Canada. Hey, asshole, please keep me anonymous as possible. I live in the land of crybabies and cancel culture. I'm looking for your advice on my future career in life. I am a certain number of years old person who works in the medical industry in Canada. You live in a leftist shithole, but I don't mean Canada. Canada is a leftist shithole. I mean, you live in a leftist shithole town within a leftist shithole nation. My current environment and the country itself is falling apart with little and no growth of GDP for the past 10 years. Stephen Harper, who? Rather than the country focusing itself on growing, we're flooding the country with immigrants and virtue signaling about climate change and racism while the food bank lines up are hitting record numbers. Don't worry, you just didn't print off enough more. Was it loons, right? You guys call your dollar the loon? I remember. Do you remember this guy called Stephen Harper? The Canadian dollar was on parity with the US dollar. You guys once had real currency. Then you elected Nepo baby. Ah. And then you elected someone, not you, I know. Then you elected another guy from the Liberal Party. Dude, I thought Minnesotans hate themselves. Man, Canadians hate themselves. Your boomers just wow. They do hate their children. They really do hate you. I just yeah. Uh there are a few roads ahead of me as I'm expecting the birth of a child in the upcoming weeks. My lady also works in said field and is specially trained in that field, in a field that is demand of the United States. Road one, stay in Canada. I've been offered a job working not in my field, but very hard, where they pay $800 a day. And you make a lot of money. At the end of the day, you are making I don't know what these acronyms mean. You're making a lot of money. You're making over definitely over six figs Canadian, even six figs US. Based on the above, I would be taxed at 40% and be paid in Canadian pesos. 40 times 0.6. You'd be making 90,000 Canadian. All right. That's a lot of money. Well, hang on. Let's do the math. All right. I didn't want to do the math. All right. So you get paid. Your take home is 87,000 Canadian. Okay, USD to CAD divided by 1.36 divided by 1.36. That means you're making 64,000 US. So that needs to be your take home pay US, which, buddy, I'm going to tell you right now, you could probably make that easy. Considering the above, we would also live closer to family, as this would be my parents' first grandchild. I want my parents to know my kid, but at what financial cost? Job is projected to last several years, unless the economy absolutely tanks and the breadlines start in our communist country. Yes, I hate Canada, what Canada is becoming. 2, emigrate to the United States. I have the necessary paperwork and visa screens to work for the United States with options to apply for a green card to allow myself and my family to live in the USA legally. All right, now, okay, all right. I know you want your family to visit the grandchild, right? Let me eliminate that right off the bat. All you fuckers live 2 miles from the border. It's not like it's a long flight wherever it is you got to go, right? Unless you worked in Brownsville, Texas or Key West, Florida, way the fuck south. If you stayed in a northern state, you're going to be very close to your family. You're a 2 or 3 hour flight away. I know you got to do with customs and all that. Hell, if you found the right town, you could probably just drive every weekend. You just have to go through customs. This isn't like I'm moving to Japan and there's a 16-hour flight from North America. This is like I'm moving. Since we all live 2 miles north of the American border, I'm moving all the way over there. What, like 300 miles away? No, that hill on the other side, we'll be able to wave to each other with binoculars. Oh, yeah. Um, I've been researching, I'm not gonna say where. You've been researching a place that's near the border. Um, where they offer a pay range of 36.75 to, almost $70 an hour. Let me just do mid. Let's just do mid. Okay. You got to beat 60. Let's call it 65,000. You got to beat 65,000 US. This pay on average is 52 times 2,000. So you're making 104,000 US. Say you get to keep 70% of that because you're in a tax-free state. Oops. I did that wrong. 52 times 2,000. 1, 2, 3. That's $104,000 per year times 0.7 equals 72,000. Probably even closer to 80,000 because you're in a not tax-free state, or you're in a no income tax state. Let's call it 75. You're making $10,000 a year more than you are in Canada. The places themselves are offering the following: $20,000 signing bonus, incredible relocation assistance provided. Financially, it's a slam dunk. Come to the United States. The reason we would pick this place is proximity to families, no state income tax, in a city where more than 40% speak clear English. I wish I was kidding about that. I saw your previous video where you said the productive people should leave Canada. I'm taking it at heart. Would appreciate your guidance on my options as I'm now planning my future family. I would, let's say the Canadian job paid more if we adjusted for exchange rate and all that. Let's say Canada paid more. I'd still come to the United States because you have to deal with a failing society. You have to deal with a country that hates you. You have to deal with just mentally ill people. I saw that link. I read the article about Boomer Benton. Leave. I'm waiting for Alberta to get its shit together and like their premier or whatever say, yeah, we're leaving by. Maybe you don't come to the United States, but maybe I'm just waiting. Like, dude, when do you Western provincial people get some balls to say, fuck Ontario, fuck Quebec, fuck Prince Edward Island, fuck what else is over to the east? Just fuck the East in general. We're either striking it out on our own, we're joining the U.S. I'm like, praying to God, why aren't there more secessionists? Like, yeah, we're done with this shit. Goodbye. And we're taking our oil with us. It's self-respect. Now, if you were making 200,000 US, I'd say, all right, well, why don't you work it up, buy some silver, buy some property in the United States? You got a no shit place to go to, but you're not making that much more. And you're not making more, you're making more in the United States. But even if you were making 20, 25, 30,000 US more, I would still come to the United States because fuck Canada. It is a parasitic nation that is turned on its people. You're a slave to them. Fuck them. Time to go gold. The eastern provinces and your labor people in the cities, you treat your workers like shit. Canada deserves to fail. It's more tyrannical, especially now we got Trump. It's more tyrannical than the United States by far. I wouldn't forget the taxes and forget the people treating you like shit. Forget your country that hates it. It's just this weird thing, just a weird thing. But all the lockdowns and how they defunded the truck drivers or debanked the train. No, you can't trust these. But what's to prevent them from having a wealth tax? Take your money. But I was going to go buy my place in the United States. No, come to the United States. Absolutely come to the United States. We will gladly take your workers. We will take your trained professionals. And Canada, you can keep whatever immigrants that you want, trained or not. Maybe some actually are highly skilled. Most probably aren't. Probably cause. Look, if it makes your liberal boomer women happy and they get wet at 78 years old that they're destroying a Western nation. I mean, I don't know. It's not time to find out why or stick around. Come to the United States. Work here. Not like we don't have our problems, but it's a hell of a lot better deal than Canada. Now, related, for those of you Canadians, like, well, where should I go in the United States? I have a book called Reconnaissance Man. You might be interested in it. Go get yourself a copy so that you don't like go from shitty Canada to our shitty parts of the, like, I think y'all know not to go to California, right? Oh, Minnesota, they're just like us, yeah, now. Oh, yeah, they also like to hate themselves too there now. Oh, you got a white penis there, yeah? Oh, we got to cut that off now and sacrifice it to the great Democrat gods. Can't have none of that masculine stuff going on here now, yeah? Actually, just give you guys Minneapolis and we'll take Alberta and Saskatchewan. That's it. All right. See you guys later, Toodles.